Good afternoon and welcome to more M.M.E. I'm your host, Blind Prime, and for today, we're getting back to some Transformers. I know, it's been a while. Yeah, it's been a little while, and I know I don't really have new Transformers to bring you, but I do have some new Transformers for me to bring you. Today, we're going to be talking about Airreal and Dion, the 2-pack, the War Dawn 2-pack from Transformers Legacy. I did not get the one with Optimus Prime's younger self and Alpha Trion. I really want that, but I have not had the budget in order to afford that more than $100 price point on that item. Once again, I ask this sometimes of my viewers and my subscribers and stuff. If you ever feel the need to send me that pack, that double pack, that would make this a very blind man happy, It would make me very happy indeed. But, so today we're going to be talking about Dion and Airreal, which honestly, out of the two packs, is the better one in my opinion. And I'm going to explain why today. Partly it's my own feelings and opinions on the matter. But here we go. We're going to start off today. I have them all inside of Ultra Magnus. And why do I have them all inside of Ultra Magnus, you may ask? Well, that's because, personally speaking, I strongly believe that Dion was rebuilt by Alpha Trion into Ultra Magnus. So, hence, the Ultra Magnus is here. There's also, we know for a fact, that Airreal, this little motorcycle, was reconverted into Aleta-1, this really cool sports car armored vehicle thing. Yeah. So, today, we're going to bring them out. We're going to just kind of split everything off from Ultra Magnus here. I just had it all sitting here because I thought it looked nice. I love this Ultra Magnus guy. This is just... Man, this is my favorite Transformer so far that we've gotten in everything. I just think I can't find anything negative about this Ultra Magnus. I just love him so much. So let's go ahead and pull out the other two vehicles I have in here, because not only did I bring in Dion, but I also brought in Cup, because Cup is, well, Dion sharing Cup's like hood. Now, to get them out, we're going to have to actually drive them through the side, because the way everything is. And you lost some of your things, Dion. You're losing your stuff, man. You're losing your stuff. Let's put all that stuff back before we drive you around so that everyone can see you, huh? What do you think of that? We're going to make you look nice. What do you think, huh? Yeah, you like looking nice. Okay, so we're going to set that piece there, and then this one. Okay, right there, cool. Now we're just going to take this one, and we're going to stack it right on top. Come on, there you go. Right there, yeah. Hide the nasty part of the cube. There you go. Excellent. Good job, Dion. So now we can drive Dion around the corner here. Yeah, and he dropped one of his Energon cubes. So, now, something about Dion here, and I have him outfitted with a bunch of Energon cubes. So I got the 3 Energon cubes in Dion from the Nemesis pack, from the War for Cybertron, Earthrise, Walmart exclusive thing where we got Nemesis Prime in that fun trailer. So that's where I got the some of these cubes from. The other ones I got from TFCon. My friend showed up with a bag with 3 Energon cubes in it, but he didn't remember where he got them from. And I'm like, no, I wanted more Energon cubes. Why can't you remember? He was like, oh, they were free. And I mean, yeah, because they're failures. These are failure cubes. They have a problem at the bottom of them. So of course the guy gave them out for free. But I would love to have gone over to a store and actually purchased some some really nice looking Energon cubes. Anyway, the Energon cubes, because of the way Dion here works, and let me take off his gun and his pack of Energon goodies. But the Energon cubes actually stack up very well in his back because of the way that these pieces that he comes with, these accessory pieces, they clip onto the sides of his truck mode to make his truck bed deeper. And in making it deeper, you can actually stack a bunch of Energon cubes in it. And after all, no one's really been talking about stacking Energon cubes in him. And I'm like, that's his job. That's what he was doing in the show. First time we ever see this guy, he's got a bunch of Energon cubes stacked in his back. It's pretty cool that we can do that there. And I would love an Orion Pax just to have another character with a bunch of Energon cubes stacked on their back. And Airreal was never actually shown in her vehicle mode, so this is just kind of a... They decided they'd use the Prime, the RC Prime, to turn, for Airreal here, and I think it worked out pretty well, though I don't really like the RC Prime thing. I think it's a bit of a weird motorcycle. And also, it's just kind of a... Dude, you could have just left these hand things off. You could have made it look a little more sci-fi, like it's a motorcycle that no one's supposed to ride. I think that would have been cool. Sometimes the robots in disguise thing works for, you know, human stuff. When you're talking about a robot that dealt with humans. Oh, wait, there was another one in there. But then you can't just have that stuff happen like that. Let's pull this guy out. Come on. Come on, Cup. Get out of there. Get out of there, Cup. Cup. Get out. Get Cup. Cup. Hey. Hey. Cup. Yeah. All right. Hey. Hey. Yeah. You little. All right. There we go. Hey, had to work at him there for a second. Had to raise that gun up in order to have him there. So let's go ahead and remove Cup's gun and his Energon goodie. And we're going to... They're like the same, so we're going to set them over here. I've actually been thinking about giving Dion both of the Energon goodies and giving Cup giving Cup both of the guns, because I mean he's Cup. He could have both of the guns. We're gonna set Ultra Magnus over here because Ultra Magnus is just freaking huge. And let's do some comparisons of the vehicles. Yeah, I know. I'm starting on vehicle modes today because, well, I like vehicle modes. I have a weakness. I have a weakness for vehicle modes. I admit it. Let's neatly stack those. So let's take a look at how these two compare. So here is Dion versus Cup in vehicle modes. Now they're different, okay? They actually, you know, this is a retool, not just a remold. So let's set Cup behind, because Cup's actually a little longer than Dion here. When you put them tail to tail, you match up their wheel wells and everything like that, hold them steady. You get that Cup, it's just slightly longer, but that's because Dion's front is differently designed, and it looks a lot cooler. Cup's is obviously made for humans. You got that human window there. You know, this is supposed to be a space, you know, a sci-fi truck from the 2005, and honestly, like, seriously, Elon Musk, this could have been your Cybertruck. You could have turned Cup into a Cybertruck. It's right here. It's all been designed for you. It's a cool little truck. It's a neat little truck. It's got cool stuff about it. But, you know, you didn't want to take the design that already existed for a Cybertruck. This is literally a Cybertruck. It's a Cybertronian that is a truck. You can't get more Cybertruck than Cup. Cup is the ultimate Cybertruck. Elon Musk, what the hell's wrong with you? Okay, I'm moving on. But I just wanted to say that. You're gonna make a Cybertruck. Make it out of a Cybertronian. Good grief. All right. More differences between them. Cup didn't come with these cool accessories that make the truck bed deeper. I like them. I think that's cool. The only negative on these is that there's a male peg, siege peg on each of the pieces instead of an extra port. I think it would have been really nice to get a port on each of those sides instead of a peg. Then you could have plugged some other things in. It would have, I don't know, it would have been cooler, in my opinion. You could have also tried to plug in some sort of shield over this. I don't know. There was a lot of things you could do with the pegs, but there's a lot more you can do with the ports. There's a lot more you can do with the ports. So that's really kind of all the differences between these two. They have the same little flare stuff on the sides. They have the same rear area on both of them. They have the same bed whenever you pull all the Cybertronian stuff out. The only real big difference is these things on the sides that stack up and make the bed deeper, and the fact that the front of this truck has been completely redesigned. Even, it's just so weird how differently designed it is. I mean, that's cool. I like it. I just, wow, you know, it's kind of neat. So that's the comparison of those two. Let's slide these guys over here. One last comparison. We're gonna put Cup. Where's your guns? Where's your guns, Cup? I put them over here. Put them over here somewhere. Now I gotta find them. And I misplaced them. Up, there's your guns. Cool. Let's set your guns in your back so I don't lose them. And set you there. Cool. Let's bring out Ultra Magnus, and we'll do the size comparison with Dion and Ultra Magnus because, you know, it's just fun to show what this guy ends up evolving into. It's like comparing a Pichu to a Pikachu, you know. They're both adorable, but at the same time, Pichu just wins on a few levels, but Pikachu wins on many more. And who's this? Oh, what are you doing inside? When did you come inside? I didn't even know you were inside. I thought you were outside. You sneaky thing. how a cat your size can be so sneaky. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So here is Dion compared to what he becomes, Ultra Magnus. And honestly, you know, I think that's pretty cool. We're going to set Aleta-1 and Airreal off to the sides there. There we go. Now we're going to put Dion at the very rear bumper of Ultra Magnus. There we go. Dion doesn't even go halfway through the trailer. It's wild. You put him at the front. I think this is cool. You know, Dion, he's just this friendly guy in the episode where the aerial bots go back in time. I love that episode. And, you know, he's just the coolest dude. He's a really nice, chill guy. And it sucks what happens to him. So, I mean, it's never clarified in the show, but it's really hinted at. And so I believe it. That Dion becomes Ultra Magnus, that, you know, Alpha Trion reworked Dion into a more advanced version of Optimus Prime whenever it comes to, you know, a combat Autobot. Because that was the thing. They didn't have combat Autobots. That was why the Autobots were losing at the beginning. They didn't have combat stuff. The Decepticons were their combat. They used the Decepticons for war. So what are they going to do? They got to come up with stuff. And Alpha Trion had to get busy and start redesigning Autobots in order to survive. Anyway, that's really neat. I love that. So let's put Dion and Ultra Magnus off to the side. Cream is now sleeping where I parked Ultra Magnus. So I'm going to have to park Ultra Magnus on the other side now. So let me move Airreal and Aleta-1. There we go. And now let me pick up Dion. And we're going to set Dion over here. Hopefully I don't knock over any of his collection of cubes. Dion likes his cubes. There, and then we're going to set Ultra Magnus over there. Excellent. I also like the fact that Ultra Magnus can carry Dion while he's carrying the tubes, and I just like that. I really do. I don't have any of Aleta-1's guns on her right now. I forgot what I did with them. They're somewhere amongst other Transformers right now. There was a little battle scene that I had them a part of, and I pulled her out of it. So let's compare these. Let's take a look. Aleta-1 in aerial mode is longer. Airreal's motorcycle mode is longer than Aleta-1's armored vehicle mode. Now, Airreal's mode is also taller than Aleta-1's mode. There's, you know, it's comparing motorcycles to four-wheel vehicles. I've never been a fan of, I mean, I've been a fan of some of these motorcycles because, you know, you've got the Junkion motorcycles that you can put Deluxe and Voyager class figures on, and it looks quite excellent. I agree with those. Those are vehicles for the Transformers, and I think that's really cool. I like that idea. But, you know, this tiny vehicle here, it just doesn't work. I mean, you can try and pull in. Where is he? Come on, come on. I know you're hanging out here somewhere. Oh, that's what fell. Let's go ahead and put that back. I didn't mean for that to fall. That explains what that noise was earlier. There we go. All right. And where is Cliff Jumper? Cliff Jumper, you're hiding over here. There you are. Here's a good Cliff Jumper. All right, leave the sword behind. That's Hot Rod's sword. I mean, Rodimus Prime's sword anyway. I don't know how you got it. But, okay. Okay, let's get him and see if we can put him on this little motorcycle. Can a tiny deluxe, a micro figure really, can you fit on this motorcycle? All right, so there we go. And then let's get your little hand in place. Can your little hand get in there? It's really far down for you. Right, it's a crotch rocket, so we got to think on crotch rocket terms, don't we, Cliff Jumper? Yeah, we have to think on crotch rocket terms. So we've got to actually lean you forwards and backwards a bit more. It's a bit goofy to try and get you to fit into this. At least your hand rotates. That's a positive. So let's see. Get your hand in there. Did it get in there? It did. It got in there. All right. Now, there we go. There he is, Cliff Jumper riding Prime RC or Airreal, as you will. I don't think it works too well. I think if it was a little bit bigger, maybe if the motorcycle was just a smidge bigger, it would really look well. But this looks like, you know, a little comedic thing. But I think it can work for Cliff Jumper here. Raise your gun up, start firing your gun. Yeah, Cliff Jumper riding a motorcycle. So you can put Cliff Jumper on the motorcycle. It may look a little goofy, but Cliff Jumper does fit. I doubt many other Transformers are going to fit because Cliff Jumper and Bumblebee are the smallest, and he barely fits. So there's that, unless you want to put a core class figure on there. But that's something you can do. She's got one gun on her on her area. I wish that she had come with both of the pistols so that it would look, the two pistols lined up on the back look really nice. I don't know why they just gave her one pistol. Seriously, like, she's already got crap accessories, and it's an iffy vehicle mode. Like this, as RCs go, it's one of the better ones, but it's still an RC. There were still a lot of problems with this transformation. We're going to talk about this transformation for this because we actually haven't come across this transformation before. And I know I'm breaking my rule of doing vehicles first. I just couldn't help myself. I love it too much. So let's take a look at them again. And that's kind of the comparison. The motorcycle mode here for Aleta-1, very nice. The wheels spin decently well. It's an okay motorcycle mode. I'm just not a fan of motorcycle modes. And also, I'm not a fan of whatever in the world this is doing in the middle. That big middle area is just messed up. It's like it was trying too hard, honestly. I think they were trying to fit something larger inside of a smaller space when they could have just made this motorcycle a smidge bigger. And I believe, personally, everything would have fit in quite nicely. Anyway, that's been my kind of review of this. Not really much to talk about feel-wise on this. Aleta-1's aerial here she's been textured nicely. She's got some really great feeling parts to her. She's a decent little motorcycle. Some people have compared it to the laser cycles from Tron, and I don't see it. I don't see it at all, personally. But to each their own. I think it's still a decent motorcycle, and yeah, not really much more to say on a motorcycle, but I think it's amazing that we finally have these. I hope they do more of this stuff, but there's not much from G1 that showed up before and after, though there was that moment in G1 where we got one clip of Sentinel Prime, and Sentinel Prime was this weird orange U-Haul looking bot, and I used to call him the U-Haul robot because he was orange and white and a little blue in him, and only once as it showed, it was like, back in the times when Cybertron fought in the gladiator tournaments or something like that. And you see this one clip of that guy. I hope they do it. I hope they bring that person out. Because I don't know if that was Sentinel Prime or not. I don't know what Prime that was. But I remember U-Haul Bot, and I want to see U-Haul Bot. If you're bringing up this old stuff, the War Dawn stuff, bring us the U-Haul Bot. Bring us the ultimate hauler. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. I hope you've enjoyed the show. I hope that I've been able to kind of instruct you a bit on the differences and what happened there. And Megatron blew up Airreal and Dion and Paxis, and then brought them to Alpha Trion. Man. Brain farting here, and then brought them to Alpha Trion. Alpha Trion repaired them, and the aerial bots are the ones that saved the day there, because the aerial bots are combat Autobots who were brought into a place where there were no really combat Autobots, so they ended up really surprising the Decepticons there, and that may have led to problems in the future. I wish they had actually kind of touched on that more, because, well, yeah, that one episode proved to us that time jump was a linear time jump, in meaning that anything you did in the past in that time jump that the aerial bots conducted would have an effect on their future. Optimus Prime remembered them afterwards and were like, oh, you were the ones that saved me that day. He remembered them afterwards, telling me they didn't create some alternate universe. They just literally changed time. And, that was pretty crazy. There's time travel is weird like that. Some time travels create alternate universes. Other time travels just create alternate memories. And it's all depending on the author and the creator, which direction they go. And for G1, they went time travel changes memories. And I liked it. I thought it was cool. And I did really enjoy that episode. So here's hoping that we get more stuff from Ancient Cybertron, like the Tetra Fighters. I do wish this Aleta-1 was more on a Cybertronian style motorcycle. Like they could have really sleeked this thing up with some Cybertronian stuff and made it look very, very alien. Like Aleta-1's vehicle mode here. Very alien. Very, very alien is this vehicle mode. This is very weird, and it works for Aleta-1. This is a perfect mode for Aleta-1. I own two Aleta-1s other than this one, This is the best Aleta-1 I've ever come across. I love this Aleta-1, and I wonder if they're going to, like, you know, mess with RC and try to make the next RC into maybe a mix-up of this one. You know, blend it down into her pink and red convertible, but have the center bit missing for the convertible part. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure, you know, this mold needs to be done more. I even have the Minerva because I just really like this mold a lot. It's a good one. And yeah, I hope that we get to see more stuff like that. I hope that we get to see more stuff like Wardon. And I hope that this year brings us some really cool Transformers. Here's to Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime and oh, that Armada Titan class figure coming up later in the year. Anyway, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching and or listening to my video today. And please tune into my channel, Blind_Prime, where I raise awareness for the blind and the visually impaired through alternative means and methods. And I will catch you next Prime. Bye-bye for now.